MRN Crew Call on MRN.com is presented by MoneyLion, the world's most powerful financial membership. MoneyLion, here we roar. And also brought to you by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
What's up? It's your boy Rocko Williams, and this is MRN Crew Call presented by MoneyLion. I'm your host, and I'm presenting two gentlemen from the #1 Monster Energy team, Chip Ganassi Racing, Milan Rudanovic, and my boy Kimbrough Slice, a.k.a. Kimbrough. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today, guys, on Crew Call. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
Definitely honored to be here.
Well, straight off of a rain-delayed or rain-postponed Talladega race, which Ryan Blaney won in the, 1000bubs.com 500, and he won by really close.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it.
A game of attrition, I guess, too,
Game of inches.
In general, guys, I was out there, they did a lot of renovations to that track. I had to figure out where I was going once I got there because it looked so different from what I was used to out there in Talladega. They dumped a lot of money into that track, and it looked really, really good from the fans. In a nutshell, how did it look for you guys when y'all arrived? Y'all got there the day of, or did you do the truck race prior?
We did the truck race prior, and when I got there, it just felt like it was a maze, just gates everywhere. But the garage setup was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely enjoyed it. Fans looked like they had a good time, but it was, as I can think about it, it was just like a maze for me.
I felt the same way. It was like a labyrinth. I was like, where do I go?
Well, it's nice, too, because you also have that access to the fans now with they have a little shortcut that you can take to pit road. So it's nice to see some of the kids, some of the, the families that are out there, that don't get to see the drivers but want to come out and just shake hands, take some pictures of the crew guys. So.
Oh, yeah.
We enjoyed
a lot of that going on,
yeah.
Especially at Talladega. Those fans show up in full force.
Oh,
and
yes.
I have to admit, there was a pretty good crowd there as well. When I appeared at the track, I was like, man, I saw those clouds. I was like, I didn't even want to check the weather report, but at the same time, when I got there, I knew that there was a chance for weather. At the same time, I'm glad we started a little bit. But when we started on Monday, let me ask you this. Was it a pit stop was the first thing you had to do?
Oh, yeah, right out the gate.
It's like being at practice to say, hey, let's get over this wall. It's time to go. So
that's got to be weird because normally when you get to the track, that was the first thing I thought of because I didn't come back Monday. I was watching it on TV, but then as soon as the race started, it was like immediate pit stop. I'm like, damn, no warm-up, no anything. Y'all just go right in there. The good thing is, though, that it is Talladega. So, are you still granted a little leeway in pit stop times there or not?
I would love to say yes, but, really, that place is just really about making sure lug nuts are tight, make sure we're full of gas. It's really hard to lose a race on pit road, per se. At speedways, it's just, you want to stay with your pack, obviously. And if you can get out in front of one or two cars, you've done your job.
The reason why I say that, back in my day when I was pitting, seems like eons ago full time. At the same time, when you run at Talladega, it was almost like a week off for us. Because we knew that the setup, the car wasn't going to be as pitable as some other cars, the tight fenders, droop, not droop, taking rounds in and out. And then, so what if you gain a bunch of spots on pit roll? All you're going to do is just line back up and follow the leader, right? So, but it seems like y'all are under a lot of pressure, especially you, Milan, with trying to get her full at a super speedway.
Yeah, we're working off my internal clock a lot of the time. It's like, hey, 5 seconds. You're just thinking in your head, well, how many 5 seconds? What's that? 1, 2, 1001.
I know exactly. I wouldn't want your job for the world at a super speedway. I'll stay in my lane with tire carrier Jackman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get my 4 days out of the year. You know what I mean?
Well, the good thing is I was down there, so let's take a look at how that looked from Slaw Cam. I have some shots from Big Bill out there and some of the facilities that they renovated. It was an awesome experience. So let's look at it from Slaw's eyes on the Slaw Cam.
It's a rainy day in Talladega. The jet dryers are out. The race is scheduled for 1 p.m., so they got roughly about 2 or 3 hours to get the track dry. So let's go out to pit road and see what the pit crew guys are doing.
She sawed his hand off. That same thing, he sawed it. He sawed it. What's up, man? Wednesday.
coming. It's just starting to spit a little bit right now. So hopefully it stays away. I got it. Hey, why'd you put tape on this tire?
Use the tire on the rim.
Okay.
I see the sunlight shining on your shoulder. Now you tell me.
We had a little rain this morning, but it seems like they have a hold of it now. So let's go check on pit road and see what the pit crew guys are doing.
Best behind wall guy ever. The only one that practices before the race. I love it.
Maybe you came from heaven. Maybe you sing me a second. I feel the love and I wonder how. You kiss me in the party. You make me feel like crazy. Oh baby, I'm not in a dream. I see the sunlight shining on your shoulder. Now you tell me we should make it slower.
Stewart House.
Maybe you came from heaven. Maybe you sing me a second. I feel the love and
Steve Price. That's one of your boys right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Cool.
fair representation of Talladega, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, looks good.
Yeah, it was nice. Y'all were out there. Anyways, Milan, Rudanovic, and Jeremy Kimbrough are in the house. Gas man and tire carrier, beast mode tire carrier for number one. Come back, because we're going to delve into these guys a little bit more when we get back, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Here's your chance to win a set of your very own Hercules tires. Go to HerculesTires.com/MRN. Simply register, and each month we'll give away one set of tires. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading mileage coverage to get you wherever you need to go, no matter where the road takes you. Register now for your chance to win a set of Hercules tires at HerculesTires.com/MRN. Hercules Tires. Ride on our street.
Want the keys to a custom-built Mustang GT? You could win one of 3 custom-built Mustangs designed by 3 world-class build teams paired with 3 NASCAR drivers. Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, and Ryan Blaney. Enter before October 20th at midnight. Just text ROAR to 95615. That's ROAR to 95615. Or visit roarsweepstakes.moneylion.com and triple your chances by joining MoneyLion today. No purchase necessary. Ends 10/2019. Must be 18 or older. For official rules, visit roarsweepstakes.moneylion.com.
Hey guys, it's Dylan Welch. He's Tyler Burnett. We're the co-hosts of the Rip the Fence podcast. If you like traditional non-wing dirt track racing, we've got the podcast for you.
Shane Meal trying to drive away.
I can't do everything, but I could do anything and everything I wanted before I got injured. So
just like many of the great podcasts going, we invite racers in to talk, and they tell us their life story.
And it's how I feel that matters.
It's the Rip the Fence podcast, available on MRN.com and your favorite podcast app.
And we are back with Jeremy and Milan representing the number 1 car from Chip Ganassi Racing. Kyle Busch's brother, Kurt Busch, the cool Busch. That's safe to say, right?
Oh, yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's got
KB1 is like we like to refer to him.
He got a dope crib too, man. And that Monster sponsor, he's having fun with the Monster. Hey, y'all have been known at Chip Ganassi to be high energy and, very intense when it comes to the other teams out there. Before we get in that, Milan, starting with you, how did you even get into racing? Were you a race fan?
No, honestly.
Were you a getter-dunner?
From New Jersey, you know what I mean? Couldn't spell racing at that point, but, came around like a lot of the other guys. Sports background, I was an athlete, I played football at Rutgers University, and one of my coaches, strength coaches, reached out to me and had a connection in NASCAR. A former athlete, he had trained somewhere else, another college, that was also jacking a race car at the time, and said, hey, I got this buddy in racing. They're racing in Dover this weekend. He's going to come talk to a team. Would this be something you're interested in? Here I am, my HR, human resources degree. I'm like, yeah, sure. I ain't got no job lined up yet.
Oh, you're narcos. HR, man.
I know a little bit about a little bit.
So that's how you got your start in there. Yeah. And that's very interesting. I was scanning your Instagram, before you came on, and you had some interesting stuff on there too. If you don't mind, can we start your pictures? Some of the pictures that I took from your your page, and when they come up, you just describe them to me. You know, you tell me why you took that picture, why you posted it. First, let's shout out to the foundations first. Who's that?
Okay, so the woman on the left, my bride, my wife.
That's the wifey.
Name's Portia.
Portia.
She's originally from the Raleigh area. Quick story on her. I met her working out at the local YMCA. And that's
how it started.
She was working her last day, and I said, you know what? Let's give this a shot. Take the digits, and here we are. I got 2 twins sitting in the old stroller there. Luca in the top, who's technically older by 30 seconds, and Micah down below. So,
cool.
Had to take the picture quick before they started losing it. But.
Next picture. Let's see now what did I scan from your Instagram? Oh, the twins again. Is that Harris Teeter? What story is that?
Yeah, yes, sir. That's post Easter.
Do you dress them alike all the time? No, you said post Easter.
Yeah, I mean right after service. You know what I mean?
Some people feel like if you have a twin, you have to dress them alike.
Well, real quick, okay. My mom's a twin.
Oh,
I'm a twin.
Whoa,
and I got twins.
So they run in the. That is true.
The weird thing is, I got
it runs in the family.
Yeah, I got about 12 to 15 sets within cousins. So, I mean, I think I have 35 cousins. We got a bunch of twins. So, I mean, I knew it was bound to happen. Anyway.
Next picture. Twins run in your family.
Yeah.
That's no joke. Who are these guys?
This is our crew right here. This was actually after our victory at Kentucky. We, one of our mottos is no days off.
No days off.
So here we are back at it, CrossFit. Next morning, got to see Steve, who runs the Vitality Fitness up the road there, and we.
And I heard those workouts are pretty intense.
Not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that.
Next picture. Let's see what we have next. Oh, that's the boys again.
This is a throwback Thursday here. This is this I believe is when Jamie McMurray was driving the car. I can't tell where it was taken at. We usually take a lot of these pictures around Homestead.
Gang.
Yeah, everybody's helped out.
Next picture.
I knew you'd dig this
now,
one up.
Who is that guy?
Okay,
man?
believe it or not,
and you said
that's actually my twin.
That's all. Oh, that's your
sitting
twin.
right in front of me, right there.
Oh, wow.
So his name is Mitar. It's Milan Mitar. Okay. Long story, right? But this was actually taken in college. My brother and I actually helped run.
It's like you haven't seen that picture.
Get out of my room, man.
We all got styles, I mean, this college, right? But my brother and I, we ran the Athletes in Action program when we were at Rutgers University, and this was one of our group shots we took together. Obviously, I zoomed in a little bit. This was probably for Brother Day, so.
And that was a trip that you take, right?
Yeah. So my wife and I, we like to do one big trip a year, just because. I mean, racing's 38 weeks out of the year. Yeah. You got to take time for yourself. Gotcha. And this was taken in Portugal, obviously without the kids. We kind of left them with some family, but that was last year.
That is awesome, man. Now, we don't want to shy away from you, Kimbrough. I think that's all we have for them. How did you get involved in this sport, Jeremy?
Well, I have a football background as well. My friend Brandon Greer, who's over at Hendricks, he actually got me, enticed me about it. Saying, hey, you done with football? I play with the Redskins, went to Appalachian State. And he said,
I'm sorry. It's all right, man. And you went to App. We know who the real black and gold is.
Oh, I thought you were talking about them Redskins.
No, I was talking about Wake Forest.
But Mountaineers.
Oh, Mountaineers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. But, he told me about it, and I came up in January of 2016, and he took me to the shop and just kind of showed me around and showed me some film, and I met the coaches. And I really fell in love with it right then at that moment because when I got done playing football, the thing that I missed most was just being part of a team and just the camaraderie. And I met Phil Horton, and he really he basically took me under his wing, showed me everything that I need to know. Then I
so you are a part of the NASCAR Drive for Diversity.
Oh, yes.
Pit Crew Development Program. Coach me proud if you say that,
Yes.
So shouts out to Coach Horton, another one of your recruits who have made it to the big time, because the big time is the Premier Series Cup racing.
Yes, sir.
When you're coming in as an athlete and you're not, when you come in as a stick and baller, and you're not a NASCAR fan, you really don't know where the highest peak is. You're learning. All you want to do is compete, travel and just ball out on them. So when you do make it to the big time and you get that first taste, the big time is the Premier Series. It feels pretty good, doesn't it, guys?
Oh, yeah.
and y'all are doing well. Hey, I snagged some pictures off of your Instagram
man.
too.
Let's take a
We're
look.
gonna show yours. We're gonna fly by yours.
Okay.
You know?
We can breeze on through.
Yeah. Look at that. Ooh, shouts out. Pause it
yeah.
right there. Let's shout out wifey.
Oh yeah, that's my lady, Holly.
Holly.
Yeah, she's
She runs the show, or you run the show, or is it give and take?
I run the show, but she's definitely the
He
puppet
took that.
I
behind.
can never say that.
You took that alley oop.
Oh yeah, but she's definitely had the strings on me though.
Okay, okay.
It's not too far. She's from Greensboro,
Okay.
and that's my baby girl right there.
There you go.
New daddy. Look at that
Yeah.
smile come up when you see that picture. And the girl. The girls have you wrapped tight.
Oh yeah, they do. It's that's Harley baby, like what I like to call her. So I got
Okay.
Holly and Harley.
Holly and Harley. What we got next? Oh, another Harley picture. That's a nice
Oh,
one.
yeah,
that's a nice one.
she
That's
got
a
a
beautiful girl, man.
Thank you. She got
Takes
a lot
after
of
her mama
personality.
for sure.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Look at that Southwestern cab. Explain that.
Oh yeah, that's actually my little brother,
Mhm.
and he's real big in track. He was 4th in the nation this year in the 400. So he's the next. I have our family is just full of athletes, and he's the next one. He's my sister plays basketball. I play football, and he does track. So he kind of found his own niche, and I think he's got a real shot at being a future Olympian.
Running from Southwest DeKalb is no joke. Southwest DeKalb is one of the premier athletic high schools in Atlanta, DeKalb County. So, running for them, that says a lot. That's why that picture resonates with me. When I saw that SWD, what we have next? Look at that.
Oh,
the OG.
man. Oh,
Richie
man.
Williams, right?
Richie Williams, yeah.
OG. And when I saw this picture, it takes veterans sometime to help guide us, and we have to learn from other people. We can't learn everything our own, right? And that's the best way to describe Richie, in my opinion, right?
Oh man, I call him Triple OG.
Triple OG.
Every week, I come back and I kind of just have a race debrief with him, and he just give me, just tips and everything. Just it's not even all just about doing pit stops, stuff behind the wall, setting up, just being a teammate. Just great guy and great leader, good example for me.
As we scroll through the rest of your slideshow, I wanted to take the time just to say, guys, after we look at your first win there. Well, it's not. Is that your first win?
I think that might have been the third.
Yeah, that was your third in Elkin, Minnesota.
Yeah, Elko.
Elko.
ARCA.
Yep.
2017, my first year, we actually won the ARCA championship, and from that year, I was just like, "This is where I'm supposed to be.
This is where you're supposed to be."
It doesn't, this is a sport where a rookie coming in, you really don't win too much.
And you made a great point when you said that. Milan, when did you feel like this was the place for you to be? When did that resonate with you? What moment in particular?
It's funny you kind of bring that up because a lot of us have a very similar story. Like you got to earn your way, right? Fortunately, like I've been around a lot of good guys, a lot of character guys, and when you fit in, right? When you got a team that you're like, man, I can go to war with any one of these guys, and it's very similar like any other sport. When you're trying to build a team, you're building it with character, and next thing you know, like you guys become successful because everybody's pulling in the right direction.
Yep.
So, fortunately, at Chip Ganassi Racing, I think that culture is there. I think we have a lot of guys that we build off of each other, feed off each other, and just push each other to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well said. The MoneyLion Financial Crew Chief segment, we have fun doing what we're doing. At the same time, we can't do this forever. Milan, you work full-time in the shop. You help out with pit support and getting all that together. And not only that, just facilitating logistics of practice, as to say, So this is something, it's safe to say you're a lifer, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. This is my 11th season. So I've been around for a little while. I think my first year was the COT car. It sounds old, but the pit stop stuff, we have 4 teams that we field, 2 in-house, 2 that we supply out. So, there's a lot of tires, a lot of stuff that we got to get ready on a daily basis, car getting ready, different setups every week. Fortunately, now we have 2 pit stop cars to handle some of the load as far as like speedway, short track, intermediates. So, we need to stay on top of things, but we also, it's not just myself. I got, 3-4 other guys that are in there. And, thankfully for that, we can get it all done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, Kimbrough, as well as you, what are you thinking about as far as side hustles and life after pit stops?
Well, I was doing I had a business that I was running with my friends called 24/7 Grind. It's a clothing line, And it just represents just basically what we do, just the daily hustle every day. There's no days off, just steady working. And, we feel like that clothing line is fit for a certain lifestyle that people, have to be successful. And now also with the off season approaching, I've had a business plan that I was going to execute, which was being a mobile oil change and a car wash. So I got everything that I need. Just got to get a few more things left. But that's kind of the transition I want to go to. Right now, I mean, I'm doing well, but I know it's not going to last forever. And I'm not necessarily trying to get rich off of the oil changes and the car wash, but it's kind of just like something I just want to have on my own. I create my own schedule. I go out, do a good job and just, helping people, just being serviceable.
Well said. And that's the type of stuff you don't think about when you're done. And y'all are doing a great job placing that in line now. Hey, Milan and Jeremy are joining us, and we have so much more to talk to them. Come back, because we got more with Jeremy and Milan from Chip Ganassi Racing when we come back.
At the Goddard School, teachers customize lessons so children can explore their interests, have fun, and learn the skills they need for success in school and beyond. From infant sign language to pre-K students tackling STEAM learning, our Flex Learning Program or Fun Learning Experience is grounded in research that shows the most genuine learning occurs when children are having fun. Our teachers leverage this through lessons inspired by children's imaginations. To enroll, visit GoddardSchool.com. The Goddard School, learning for fun, learning for life.
Clutch Coffee Bar in Mooresville, North Carolina is redefining the drive-through coffee game in Race City, USA. The Clutch experience is fast, friendly, and delicious. Quality drinks and unmatched customer service is the name of the game. Clutch Coffee Bar offers signature lattes and mochas, custom flavor-infused energy drinks, smoothies, and more. Over 25 flavors, there's something for everyone. Visit our 2 locations in Mooresville, 356 Williamson Road and 154 West Plaza Drive. Open daily from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Power up today with Clutch Coffee Bar.
Some people hear air guns, but for us, it's the sound of time running out. Every millisecond counts. One wrong move and Eric Jones isn't getting his first Cup win. Get it just right? It's all part of the championship. So if you haven't just been listening, but counting the seconds, you're family now. 2018 was a great season for the Toyota Racing family. Buckle up for 2019. Follow us at toyotaracing.com. Toyota, let's go places.
NASCAR is a registered trademark for the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Inc.
Getting Schooled is presented by the Goddard School, the best childhood preparation for social and academic success. Visit GoddardSchool.com for more information. The Goddard School, learning for fun, learning for life. And we know all about that, us fathers in here being 3 daddies. I have 4 at various ages, but all of them have gone to Goddard School. But you're going to come, y'all are approaching that right now, when they're laying around just crying and just needing to be fed and changed. They're kind of boring to me, but when they start walking, talking, and interacting, that's when it gets fun, right, guys?
That's interesting.
You better have your shoes on to run.
Milan, you handling pit stops logistics and working in the shop full time. It's almost it's rare to see that nowadays, being that before that was the only way you could secure an overall job is working in the shop as well. Now the athletes are strictly athletes, where they're not working in the shop. So you're a bit of an oddball now, working in the shop full time when that wasn't the case. Before it's just practice, pit stops. How does that make you feel?
Well, like you said, I'm the oddball, right? And that doesn't just stand here, but also at Ganassi and probably in NASCAR in general. But
but when you're at a place like Ganassi,
right?
That place is not a bad place to be at.
No, it's not. And we say it all the time. It's not for everybody, right? We know when we come in, it's time to work hard. So,
That's what we try to impose on all of our recruits. And Kimbrough, you come around, you see that, that when you're starting out, you're cleaning tires and you're learning how to do that efficiently. And the more you do it, the better you get at that. And then the better crew member you become, as to say, So, long story short, I think, you two are very secure in what you plan to do and the steps that you're making for life after pit stops. But at the end of the day, we're doing pit stops right now, and that's most important. We have a fuel man and we have a beast mode tire carrier in our studio today. I want to learn something. That's what the Goddard School is all about, and we just came from a super speedway track, Milan. You as the fuel man, you're on front and center, man. It's all about fuel mileage, getting there full. The biggest question I have is when you spill a lot of gas, how do you account for that? When you plug in and there's like just, you don't do this. But when a gas man does spill a lot, how do you account for that? Or you have to round it up or what?
I mean, we like to think that it's it's very minimal, right? Sometimes equipment fails, right? If you don't service these things properly or not on a timely basis, your equipment could fail, just like anything else if a gun goes bad or
So your equipment consists of?
It's the fuel probe mainly and the dry brake in the race car. Those are the two things that we really try to service and kind of stay on top of. Because
I didn't think of the dry brake. See?
Yeah, on the car side. Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
It's a 2-part system. It's an old aviation setup style, a closed system. And that system is designed so there isn't any fuel on the ground, but we managed to find a way to spill it. But we don't really compensate a lot, let's say, if there's some on the ground. Now, something goes wrong and you're dumping 2 gallons on the ground, you're going to be in trouble.
Yes. See, am I making this up, or did you feel like there was more eyes on you than normal?
I could tell you, when you come in, the crew chief wants 4 or 5 seconds worth of gas. It feels a whole lot longer than that. So
you're just counting it out. 1, 2.
Yeah, and you're the natural thing is to speed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're under pressure. Your heightened sense and everything starts to become faster. But I like to think that I've done this long enough. I know what 5 seconds is. So,
and let me enlighten y'all too that Chip Ganassi Racing is unique to training their gas man. I would call them gas man U in the fact that they have Mike Metcalf on the number 42 as a premier fueler as well. And I'm pretty sure he had a hand in teaching you some things and giving you some advice, because when I saw Mike come in as a fueler at the time, your fuelers were 6'4", 300 pounds. It was the position nobody wanted to do or the position everybody wanted, being that it was less stress and not a lot of attention. That's why it didn't appeal to me. That has changed. When you came in and then they had the CO2 and they started making adjustments to how the probe entered the car, that changed for some reason for where you had to be an athletic fuel guy. Not only that, pit stop times decreased. So you had less time.
That's
to
our
fuel
nightmares,
the car.
gas guys. So, it's something we got to keep up with. We're always pushing ourselves. Obviously, we time everything. We got the overhead camera. We got helmet cams. Everything is under observation. And, we're looking for ways to make things faster or more efficient, and, at Ganassi, it's no different. And one thing I like to say is Metcalf is actually one of the guys kind of taught me, and he does a great job. He's someone I look up to as far as like fueling and things like that. So, it's good to have us there, I guess.
I knew Metcalf was a special fueler when he was an exceptional tire carrier.
Sure.
And he decided to forgo tire carrying to fuel. And I was like, what are you doing, man? You don't want a tire carrier? One wants a tire carrier. That's the sexy job.
That's the good job.
He was like, no. Fueling is, and he made that job sexy. And here comes Milan.
Hey, appreciate it, Mike.
Hey, I want to talk to Jeremy about a transition that you had that a lot of tire carriers out there right now can relate to. Mm-hmm. And before we talk about those tires and how you're switching up those stances with them, you do know that Hercules Tires is giving away a free set of tires each and every month. And all you have to do is go to HerculesTires.com/MRN and register, and you could win a free set of tires from Hercules Tires.
Well, I declare.
Yep, we'll declare it. We'll be back with Jeremy and Milan.
Did you know that banks collected over $15 billion in unnecessary bank fees last year? Come on, enough is enough. It's time we took back control of our finances. That's why MoneyLion is proud to bring you the financial crew chief and to be a NASCAR sponsor. Look, no one knows more about hard work and pursuing their dreams than NASCAR fans, drivers, and teams. So we want to bring you the kind of banking that the big banks would never build, with features like zero-fee checking and zero-fee investment accounts. And because life is also meant for a join, with MoneyLion, NASCAR fans get even more. We're giving away 1,500 NASCAR tickets to our members this year. Plus, you can get 5% cash back on NASCAR tickets, at-track purchases, and all purchases at NASCAR.com. Learn more at MoneyLion.com or download our app. This is America's most powerful financial membership. MoneyLion. Here we roar.
For 5 decades, the Motor Racing Network has been the voice of NASCAR. And now, it's time to tell our story.
They are in turn 2 in front of Mike Joy.
With help from some of the sport's iconic voices.
Oh, crap! And I spin around. Here comes Richard Petty.
I'm Fred Armstrong. Join me for MRN's newest podcast series, MRN Presents 50 Years, the Voice of NASCAR. Available for download on MRN.com and wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
And we're back with my favorite part of the show, the Clutch Coffee Bar Clutch Performance Award. And it should be obvious who it goes to. It goes to the number 12 car, Ryan Blaney. We have Ryan Flores, Greg Donlin, Graham Stoddard, Wayne Moore, and Andrew Lackey. These gentlemen have not won a race all year. They got into the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. They were on the verge of being eliminated. And there's nothing more clutch than winning a race in the round of 2 to get them to the round in the second round to advance them to the round of 8. That's pretty damn clutch, if I must say so myself, right?
Man.
So congratulations, guys. You'll get your coffee, energy drink, smoothie, and whatever else Clutch Coffee has to offer. I'll see you out there and hand deliver those vouchers for you. You know, won't be at Kansas this week, but where's my next race? It'll be sometime soon, and we're going to find you. Jeremy, I want to talk about stepping versus swinging. Front stepping versus front swinging, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh, the real debate.
Left step versus swinging. Okay, you were a left stepper. You went to swinging now. Why did that happen? Tell me why. Why are you doing that?
Well, it started with my coach, Sean Pete. He does a really good job of kind of challenging me. And, he said that I could be one of the best carriers on pit road, if I learn how to swing. And, I was a really good stepper, and I just kind of took that, and I think that it's definitely coming along. It's just being a carrier, being able to do both.
We have a pit stop too. Can we show your pit stop?
Oh, sure.
And you're stepping here. Look, here you come on the rear. Of course, Kenyatta is our sound man. That's the front step, right?
Yes, sir.
So you'll be swinging that, or you'll be front stepping on the right side?
I will be still stepping the right rear, and I'll just be swinging on the left front.
So the left front, right now, where you're indexing, won't look like that anymore. You'll be swinging.
Yes, sir.
And you feel good about that. I mean, first of all, you didn't start on the one car. You got plugged into the one car, and now you're switching your technique up in the middle of the year. What are you doing? You're not nervous?
No, just a credit to the environment, we always say stay in the gas and just always just pushing.
That's that intensity that y'all bring, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, we had a tough first round in the playoffs, and so we're just like, well, we're just going to build for next year. And with me swinging the left front, I think that would be a good step for me to go ahead and start now. Get race experience doing it.
So you're starting now to prep for next year.
Yes, sir.
See, I'll be worried. I'm like, but what if I mess up?
You can't worry about that. When you do a pit stop, every stop is different, but you just got to have that confidence.
Milan,
go out there.
Is he making any sense here? Have you ever stepped or swing before?
I'll be honest, I did carry before. It wasn't the prettiest thing, but I used to swing it, and to learn a new technique, I mean, that's stressful, especially in a competitive environment. You're going over the wall. I mean, he's not just out here in practice, doing it. It's taking it to the track, and it's testament to him for working hard at it, because a lot of people probably scratch their head or get frustrated over it. You know what I mean? He's done a good job with it. So.
No, I wouldn't do it. I would have told Sean Pete, you better take my left step and love it, and I'll try in the off season. But then again, Sean Pete is the man. Oh, yeah. And any advice that he would give you, I would listen to, because he's been doing it a long while. He was very successful as a pit crew, as a crew member, so I understand why you're doing it, but I am nervous for you, brother.
Hey, I can tell you today in practice, I really made an effort to make sure I was getting that left front on there good, and I think I got some momentum now. And I'm just ready for the weekend. Bring it out this weekend.
In closing, give me some short, quick goals for the number 1 team in the rest of the year, besides getting ready for next year.
Get a win.
Yeah,
I haven't had a win in my career. These guys already experienced wins, and that's what we go to the racetrack for, to win. So that's the main objective.
Yeah, they're hard to come by. So we're gonna keep doing what we can, and then we like to say we like to put it in the driver's hands. We do our job and just kind of push the chips in, see where they go.
Are y'all the best team at Chip Ganassi Racing?
Ooh,
Ego stars.
We bring the best intensity. I promise you that.
Yeah. Who's better than you?
Well, we can't lie.
Depends on the day, I guess.
Yeah,
I was just joking. I'm just trying to start a fight.
Nah, we stick together. We're good.
Milan, Rudanovic, and Jeremy Kimbrough, App State's finest, Rutgers' finest, Chip Ganassi's finest. The boys are in the house. Thank y'all for taking time out of your day and sharing a little slaw with us, guys.
Appreciate it, Rock.
We appreciate y'all. Good luck in Kansas.